everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're a regular viewer here, you may have noticed something different about my location. So we have finally moved, which is exciting, and what is more exciting is today's video is going to be an event vlog with Donutty. And you might not believe this, but we're off to do our first novice. So yes, you did hear me right. Donny is entered up for his first novice today. I think the reason I'm not in a hot lather about it yet is probably because I'm not sure whether we're going or not, as going jumping or not with it. Yesterday, the weather in the UK was biblical. It was absolutely horrific. So I'm just watching these two. So we're going to see how the ground is today. We'll go and do the dressage because it'll be good. It's a much harder test than he's ever done before. And I must admit, with moving, as you can see, we're getting pretty settled in. With moving, I've not done as much dressage practice as I would usually do. There goes Flint's haynet. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on and whether we manage to test okay. And if the ground's good enough, we'll carry on and do the jumping phases. And if not, we'll come home and save him for another day, because I'm not about to be running him on slightly rubbish ground. It's also, I've moved, so I'm into my flat, so I'm officially a grown-up living in my own place, which is quite cool, but also very weird. And I'm gonna meet Mum at the event, so that is also very, very strange, in that I'm going to get ready and travel by myself. Hopefully I can get the lorry ramp up today, because when I went for a lesson the other day, I had to go and scout somebody down to help me put the ramp up. So I've just got Loki, and he's not the tallest when it comes to helping with the ramp. I'm going to crack on. I need to muck out, feed these guys, give them a bit of braccaroony. Hey, Beastie. Says he's not talking to me because I've been ignoring him. And load up the lorry, and then we will be on our way to Osby to meet Mum and Amy there, and hopefully have a really good day. The rain's stopped, so that's a good start. We just need to get all the jobbies done. So we'll crack on now. Say bye, Loki.
Want the good, want the bad, all the feelings. Want you happy and sad in between them. If there's one thing I truly believe in, ordinary love, ordinary love. I wanna oversleep in your shirt 'cause it's ours. Brush my teeth while you're taking a shower. If there's one thing I know, there is power in ordinary love, ordinary love.
We're here. I survived piloting by myself. He's Tony, good boy. I may have got slightly lost. Mum had to come find me in the car, which is silly because it's a local event to us, but I've never driven here myself. It's it's always been someone else driving, so he took a wrong turn. But he's all platted now. I've just platted him on the lorry, and then I'm getting him out so I can do his studs, and then we'll go do dressage. And the ground's feeling good, so I think I now need to mentally prepare for jumping a novice show jumping potentially.
Yeah, wanna fix, wanna heal where it's hurting. Gonna put out the fire where it's burning. I will be there with all of my being. Ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah. Don't you ever say you are not enough, baby, you're enough. So don't you be afraid and take a leap of faith. It doesn't have to be holy, holy. I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, holy. When it's ordinary love, ordinary love, ordinary love, yeah. Ordinary love, ordinary love, yeah.
Right then, voiceover time. Okay guys, confessions time right here and now. I don't know where my dressage sheet is. I've lost it during the move. So I'm very, very sorry. But I do remember reading through it and thinking it was very, very fairly marked. So you're just going to have to deal with my opinion without the judge's input this time. Okay, so first ever test where we've had to go in and do a halt on the centre line. All quite wiggly, but he did it. And then we had to do a medium trot, and there was certainly difference shown. Now straight into a leg yield, and actually it's not bad. We leave the quarters behind sometimes and then we square it up, and actually he's fairly soft while he does it. As you can see, this novice test is a vast step up in comparison to the 100 test. And again, this leg yield is pretty good. Maybe a little bit too much neck band on looking back, but that's something I can work on. As I said before, I hadn't done very much dressage prep at all, and with a test that much harder, you know, quite a big deal. So first two loops of the serpentine had to be stretching down, which you can see he's in a very much lower frame, and I was so pleased with him with that, because normally that would be a donut opportunity to run off. And then as soon as you collect them back up into the shorter reins, you then walk as well. So I think it was a very good transition. It was accurate at sea. Then we had to do a free walk on the short diagonal, I believe, if I remember rightly, and it was a lovely free walk. Look at those big steps and the big stretch. And then if I remember rightly, this is about where the wheels started to fall off a little bit. So as I was shortening my reins up, I could feel him starting to bubble over a bit. And you can see he's keen to get on with the job. And with what we've actually got here coming up is a walk to canter transition. So I just did my best to keep on top of him. And he can do a much nicer transition than that, but it was sort of the tension edging in, and we went straight onto a 15-metre circle. So I'd say maybe the circle ended up a bit large, but you can see the glimpses of where I've been working him rounder coming through, and he's looking so much better. So that long side was supposed to be a medium canter. I don't think I let him go that much. You can see he's fired and wired and keen to get on with the job. So we were just nursing through this test, and actually I'd been so thrilled with certain elements of how well he'd done in the test. Now up to canter again, sort of ran a little bit in the transition, and you can see where there's big mistakes in there, but I was thrilled to bits with him because he carried on knuckling down, and I actually think he did so much better for having a harder test. And the fact that we only had one actual run through of the test before we did it, because I'd been busy moving and doing whatnot, was pretty incredible to say he pulled that out. A winter of training, and I think he'll look incredible by next year. I really, really do. So I must admit, I got to the end of that test nearly in tears. That was a good centre line at the end, a bit wiggly in the hole, but not bad, because look at the boy. He's gone all the way from being my £1 pony to completing a novice dressage. And then the ground was so good. Look at me. I'm out there going to go do a course walk, and that's Laura Collett leaving the start box. So let's get on with this course walk. Okay, then, it's a real novice. Look at the size of that fence 1 compared to the metre fence 1. Proper, full up, metre 10 fence, but there was a fence like that in the warm-up, so I thought, well, I can have a practice and double check that we can make it over it in the warm-up. Then we made it our way to fence number 2, and you really discovered you were on a proper beefy novice course. You can't really tell from this video, but that fence was wide. Really wide, and so was this one. This one was a bit lower but also wide. I don't actually think I've particularly jumped donut over fences that wide before, so as I was walking the course I was thinking, well, it's going to be kill or cure by fence number 3, and then 4 was the first actual questions on the course. So a rise up to a post and rail, then you sort of landed going downhill with a curving line left to a post and rail. But I thought after all the technicality of Little Downham, we should be okay with that. Then quite a beefy tricana, and we know Donut's a bit ditchy, so I thought, well, we'll be riding forwards, but at least he jumped 2 tricanas at Little Downham. Water I was quite pleased with. Fence fairly close to water, but not actually landing in it. Quite straightforward for a novice water, I'd say. And then straight on to another post and rail. Then this was big, beefy again. Table, which, you know, I think you can appreciate how beefy it was from this video, actually. Then an angled log, more angled than it looks on the video. And I think it was supposed to be 3 strides to this skinny, but obviously nothing to hold you in, and you're sort of jumping a little bit into space. You don't know whether you're going to land going downhill, but you can see there's a clear straight line through it. Then we've got to go downhill, then uphill, then to this big box. So you're getting the theme of the course now. It was quite big and bold, and then you galloped downhill, and then across the downhill to this fence, which was shared with the intermediate, and I'm not really sure how it measured in, because again, I'm going to say it was big, and then quite a nice let up fence, but in true sort of novice style, they popped it on the angle so that you had to jump on the angle, and that gives a little idea of the terrain. This roll top was coming on the uphill, and then this fence, you could see the flags just then. The part A was removed because the fence was damaged in the intermediate, so we just had the little palisade for part B, which made it significantly easier. And then I thought this was quite a question here. So as you're approaching, you look like you might jump off the side of the universe. Fairly full up roll top. And then you didn't just jump off the drop, you had to turn left to jump off where they'd flagged off the side of the drop. And they didn't really know where they were going. They were jumping out of the woods, so their eyes take a bit of time to adjust from jumping from dark to light or light to dark. So that's a test for them. Another fence shared with the intermediate, which looked really ginormous, but I just thought, if we've survived this far, then he's obviously got the scope for it, and we'll keep on going. And then through the woods, which is a difficulty for me to remember where I'm going, and then a palisade, which was quite upright, so to be respected, even though it's just a fence by itself, and you couldn't approach it straight, so you had to jump it on the angle. I wouldn't say Osby would have been my first choice for a novice, but I thought I'd best put my big girl pants on because I knew it would be so big and bold. Full up 110 rails, curving line to absolutely ginormous hedge. But as I was saying, if I didn't step up at Osby, I wasn't really going to get it done before the end of the season. And Donut's been feeling so incredible, it felt like it was time to do so. So you didn't really get to appreciate the hedge because there was a car in the way, but you can see it's quite big. Curving line, you need a strong outside leg. Then this palisade, and you had to be careful because there's trees on the other side, so they don't really know where they're going, where they're landing, and you needed to line that up, ready to line up this skinny, because it's a bit of an optical illusion, this skinny is. It's sort of a house, and then they've put a brush on the back of it, but it goes down on the other side. And the black lines on the flag means there's an alternative. So instead of jumping that part B, you could have looped around and jumped a different part B. Another fence that you couldn't jump straight, you had to jump it on the angle. And then a ginormous last fence to finish, just to stay with the theme of the course.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
So as you can see, we had a few poles down, but wow, I was amazed at how well he jumped. He felt better for a bigger course, and that's his first time ever around a course this size. B Novice is a course of 110 with 2.15 metre fences, and it's quite a bit wider, usually quite a bit more technical, and he really got on with the job. As you could see in a few places, he gets a little bit strong and argumentative, and the poles he had down were all front rails of square oxes, so that's just sort of a bit of calibration of, you know, jumping a little bit higher, but he was clearing the back rail, and you can see by how pricked his ears are and how happy he is that he was loving life. And with as I've been saying, a winter of training, I'm so excited for next year. I mean, he barely rubbed that, did he? So let's go have a look at the cross country now.
We've been driving around singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention. Yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
I've just realised that I haven't finished the vlog off. So we're back home, clearly. Donut's had a little bit of time out. I am so thrilled. That's my first ever novice cross-country clear ever in the history of the universe. And he made it feel so easy. Honestly, there was literally no moment where I was like, oh no, this is really, really hairy. You were just a dude, weren't you? So it was amazing. And then the other parts were fab. The dressage, he produced some really nice work. And since I've moved, I've not been able to do that much with him because there's been a lot going on. I mean, I've been sorting this place out as we sit under the solarium. So yeah, there's been a hell of a lot to do, and I've been managing to ride him, but getting a proper dressage schooling session has not really been it. I managed to get through a lesson just beforehand with my very good friend Lizzie, and she's been whipping us into shape. We've had 2 lessons so far and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really excited to move forwards with winter training with her. I feel like we've got a proper team going now, which is fab. The show jumping, my God, after a winter of training, I don't know what this boy is going to be capable of, because he was really jumping and it felt like he was properly jumping for the first time. He's never really shown us his full scope capabilities, and I don't know. It was a big track today. It was a square track today, and yes, we had some rails down from accuracy, but scope wise there's plenty there, which is great news. You may have noticed from this morning that I've switched his stable. Good boy. So he's in Titan's stable, or what was Titan's stable, and Titan is now in the stable that Donut was in, here. Reason being that Maggie's already started getting clingy to Donut, having them in together next door to each other. So she's already clingy to Titan, and I can't take her and Titan out together because they throw themselves on the floor, whereas Donut and Maggie do compete together. So I thought we'll nip that in the bud. They've only had 3 nights in the stables here. Let's do a switcheroo, and I think Donut's much happier in that stable because he can put his head out, whereas when I shut the doors on those two, they're in prison. They can't put their heads out. Hey, Maggie? Maggie can put her head out the window, though. There. Whereas Titan, he's got a closed window. That's being changed. I have asked for the glass to be removed, and I think they're going to take it off and put a door on, so he'll be able to hang his head out eventually. But he quite likes a little bit of privacy and snoozing in the corner, so I think he'll be happier about it, to be fair. I just put Donut in there because it was a slightly bigger stable, so that's why I'd been trying to make it Donny's, whereas he seems really happy now, looking out his window. Hi, I was just going to show you looking out your window. But as you can see, he's none the worse for wear. He's feeling good. You feeling raring to go? He says, yeah, I'm good. So, yeah, I was emotional completing my first novice with Maggie. And I'm excited to do another one with her at some stage. I am overwhelmed at the fact that I've now got 2 horses who have completed novices, and very, very excited for the season next year. And I'm excited with my new venue because I'm going to be able to get the horses really fit. So hopefully, cross your fingers for us, we're on the way up. Oh, we're just jumping back in quickly from the future to just let you know some news. So at the time of filming this vlog, I thought I had another event. I'd entered Donut for Norton Disney Novice to sort of consolidate our experience at the level. Unfortunately, Storm, I think that one was Storm Babette, put pay to that and flooded everywhere around us. So unfortunately, we didn't get our run. So that is the season officially over. Donut, please do not eat my coat. But I've also got some very exciting news, because now that the season's over, Bea has sat and done the figures on qualifications and extended the qualification criteria for the 100 championships to 30% of finishers at regional finals, which means having come 9th at Little Downham out of 30 something people means that we're qualified, which is extremely, extremely exciting. It'll be wonderful to have the experience of riding at badminton with my Donutty, and it'll be a perfect setup for next year's goals, won't it? So we are very excited. I tried to give him a holiday. He doesn't really do holidays. He starts self-harming and being a bit of a troublemaker. And he also gets quite weak. He loses a lot of his muscle. So I'd been trying to do just walk hack holidays, and he was trying to kill me, not hacking, because he needs more occupation than that. So we're going to just steadily restart training now. I schooled him for the first time in 2 weeks yesterday. And yeah, you're going to have lots of winter training content coming up, including the 2 fluffies who need clipping, coming back into work and starting winter competition. So I think that's everything. Very exciting news, very happy days, and we will see you very soon.
You found me when I couldn't see the surface, and you pulled me, yeah, you pulled me to the shore. You held me your arms when I was broken, when this world's still making sense to me. I can't sleep, not in this bed if you aren't in and out. No, I can't breathe, it's killing me. No, you won't be around. Everything, you meant everything, and I won't lose you now. 'Cause I just can't imagine what it'd be like trying to laugh when you were the one who gave me the chance to try to get by, knowing inside I still miss you. To say I'm alright, but every night I still need you. I want you back to me.